Hello and welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to part 19 of Hellraiser, the Clive Barker Boom comic series, which began back in 2011. It's a series I'm running here on the channel every Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and you can find part 1 linked down below if you missed it. That being said, let's dive right into it. Kirsty stands before Leviathan. How is this possible? Oh, Kirsty, we've come too far for you to be asking these questions. I activated the box. But I didn't touch it. You've been my plaything since that moment. We see Leviathan with his tendril attached to Kirsty Cotton's skull. The female Cenobite looking on. Be strong, Kirsty Cotton. This whole time. We are straying from the point. Pay attention now. This next bit is important. His mind was abnormal. Pain was something he had almost completely dominated. And this was when he was still human. It was clear that our usual methods did not apply to him. Leviathan continues the tale of Elliot Spencer, soon to become Pinhead. Is that the best you've got? We see Elliot, chains pulling at his flesh. And that brings us back to Paris. This is where I would show him the best that hell had to offer. Bonjour, my name is Danielle. I have an appointment. I'm here to meet my master. Come, I've been expecting you. We see the woman that Kirsty Cotton followed in Leviathan's dream. What trap had the master of the labyrinth laid down? And we're back. Kirsty. No! Help is on the way, female says. We got T-minus 30 before the Russians do what they're gonna do. You better make this damn fast, D'Amour. Thanks. Cheers, thanks for the inspiring words, thanks. Harry D'Amour stands before Leviathan as it emerges from the waves, rope in hand. Bonsoir, I have come to learn about pain. What's the test? Kirsty says. Shh, you'll spoil the surprise. A man sits, a lamp lights his face. Are you nervous? I've never done anything like this before, but I've had urges. Yes. Are you aroused by voyeurism? A man asks, standing behind the lady. Yes. Exhibitionism? Yes. Necrophilia? I've never told anyone. How'd you know that? You are in luck. I have died many times over. I have such sights to show you. Within these walls, I provided him with a scenario to prove his loyalty to me. He passed with flying colours. He thought he was seducing his own daughter like a master. But he was simply entering a place where repression could no longer exist. It was a perfect seduction. So perfect, he failed to realize that it was he who had been seduced. Thanks for the stag film, but aside from depraved wish fulfillment, I don't see the significance. Once again, you're not paying attention. I had to know that he would test the limits of his humanity. A child conceived from such sin would be a thing of beauty. Shocked and appalled. A child? But none of this is real. It's not possible. Before you finish that sentence, I want you to remember where you are. You should know that you're about to be rescued. And as Kirsty Cotton questions, rescued? Harry Demore stands. Time. Have to hurry. What the fuck was that? Your knights in shining leather. Until we meet again, Kirsty Cotton. The dreamscape shatters. Harry Demore is standing inside Leviathan, Kirsty Cotton in his hands, female next to him. Coming aboard with 2 passengers. Gonna be tight. You have 10 minutes to be very far away from where you are right now. Kirsty Cotton moans, the pain from her skull. We must hurry. No shit, lady. I sense him. I fear his transformation is nearly complete. And we see Pinhead's glaring eyes. Is that you, old friend? We're back in Brooklyn. When all this blows over, I think we should open another restaurant. I think you should be the chef, and I think we should call it Fat Eats too. Who can't use a little irony with their Armageddon? Irony is the new sincerity. God help us all. Pinhead rages above the planet. I know you're here. Let your guard down. Let me in. In a canyon full of flesh and blood, he stands. Blue demonic power beams off him. We're trapped. It was our only option. We had to jump in, or we'd be toast. Indeed, but it begs the question, what the hell do we do now? Tiffany stands in the pits of hell. Whilst Harry Demore tries to escape on a dinghy. Come on, you son of a bitch! Faster! Fire the drone. Sir, yes sir. We see a torpedo launch on its way to Leviathan. What is that? Female asks quizzically. I'd grab onto something if I were you. As the torpedo makes contact with one face of Leviathan, Pinhead instantly knows where female is. Oh no. There you are. And you brought friends. Like a homing beacon, Pinhead strikes. He is here. Living flesh made of energy. I feel his power, it is vast. Fuck me. I knew something didn't gel here. How did you infiltrate that goddamn thing so easily? How do we get Kirsty out of there without a hitch? Harry Demore asks female. I don't understand the questions. It wanted you on there. It wanted us to escape. It wanted all of this. But to what purpose? We'll be together soon, Pinhead states as if answering female's question. Meanwhile, we're on an airstrip. What do you mean the airstrip has been hijacked? We don't have time for this bullshit. Who holds a military airfield hostage anyway? I told you no military aircraft. What is wrong with you people? A man stands there with a bomb vest. Hostages in front of him. And he opens fire. I told everyone this airfield is closed. How many more people do I need to kill? Do you think I'll hesitate? You're all dead anyway. Whitewashed tombs filled with dead men's bones. It is his will. I said no more planes. This is the will of God. He is coming. Do not come any closer. I'm wired to a bomb. I will do it. As a man steps closer, raising his gun, he's shot in the shoulder, but he lets off a few rounds. The man falls down as hostages, running close, kicking the detonator to one side. They always think it's God's will. He's not even paying attention. Harry D'Amour stares at the sky. You know, I expected the worst, and somehow it's worse than I imagined. You couldn't hide from me forever. No one can now. As the demonic apparition of Pinhead's hand comes down and plucks Leviathan from the ocean, we see him standing there. If it isn't my favourite girl on the whole route. Pinhead begins to solve the puzzle box Leviathan configuration. But inside, Leviathan's concerned. So, the student hath returned. What have you learned, I wonder, from your last confession? And Pinhead replies, I've come to put an end to your tiresome machinations, old man. If you are king, then I am God. And as Pinhead begins to solve the puzzle box that is Leviathan, a man walks into a hospital room, and we see what could be their secret weapon against Pinhead. Priscilla Spencer. Aside from the name, we know nothing about her, and we're not even sure about that. No birth certificate, no prints on record. It's like she was born in another dimension. Oh, how right you are. Female appears to be in her late 80s, but given her vitals, she is as healthy as a 20-year-old. Eggs are most unusual, that's why she was brought here. If she ever wakes up, she'll have a hell of a story to tell. You might be more the right than you know.